And today we are trying to build a biocomputer, so computer built from living neurons. And we want to learn to program them for general computing. And we would like to be able to replace some of the tasks of silicon computers with the living computer, because it will use 1 million times less energy. So it will be sustainable artificial intelligence. That's what we are building now.
Yeah, that's disruptive. So literally this would sit in somebody's house or business or company. And
Yes.
what would it, give us an image what that would look like sitting on a desk?
So we imagine actually building central bioserver.
Business with a servant's heart. Welcome to the podcast. Business with a servant's heart. Listen to the podcast. We're all about to talk on life. Our guest will share his life story. We want you to success in life. We're ready and we will start shortly. We're gonna talk on life. We're gonna talk on business. You're gonna shine bright. We are gonna witness.
Shout out to my sponsors, A Mind for All Seasons. Your brain is your greatest competitive edge, so why not optimize it? Just text optimize to 72000, 72000 for instant access to 6 quick videos that help you think faster, remember more, and stay focused longer. A big thanks to Epic App, the 4-step storytelling system I use every day to connect and to convert. Try it free. Email me at stever1961@gmail.com. That's stevr1961@gmail.com, and I'll get you the free app. Doing Business with a Servant's Heart was just named top 6 in small business marketing. Thank you, everybody, for listening and watching. Welcome, everyone, to Doing Business with a Servant's Heart podcast. I'm your host, Steve Ramona, and got a unique show today. She's in Cambridge, UK, from Poland. So it's an international show, but we're going to talk about your brain.
Thank you so
You have
much.
a brain, right? We're going to get into that a little bit, learn more about what she's doing, her project. Before we do that, let's do our gratitude for the day. Today's gratitude is no one can do what you do. You are truly inspirational. And exceptional as well. I added a word there. And that's true. You all are. Just go out and do positive things and let's have some fun doing that. Let's impact people. With that being said, let's bring our guest on today. Ewelina, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
FinalSpark. Let's jump into your project. Tell us a little bit about what this is all about.
So FinalSpark is a Swiss startup which was founded with the objective to build thinking machine. And that happened long before ChatGPT and all the LLMs, large language models. It was 10 years ago. And the founders, with the backgrounds in applied mathematics, signal processing, they, of course, wanted to do fundamental research in digital artificial intelligence. But what they realized after a short time is that it cost a lot. And if you want to join the race for AI models, you actually need a lot of money for servers. So this is not possible to do without huge budget. So they realized that maybe this is not the best approach for a small startup. And they realized they have to figure out something more disruptive if they want to make a difference with limited resources. So they started to think about living neurons. And our first employee, Jean-Marc, he had some experience with living neurons from the lab of Professor Markram, which is famous neuroscientist, also in Switzerland. And the founders thought, okay, maybe it's a good starting point. Maybe we have already some basis. Let's start to work with neurons. And this is how it started. And today we are trying to build a biocomputer, so computer built from living neurons. And we want to learn to program them for general computing. And we would like to be able to replace some of the tasks of silicon computers with the living computer, because it will use 1 million times less energy. So it will be sustainable artificial intelligence. That's what we are building now.
Yeah, that's disruptive. So literally this would sit in somebody's house or business or company. And
Yes.
what would it, give us an image what that would look like sitting on a desk?
So we imagine actually building central bioserver. We believe in that approach because neurons are very fragile. They need very special treatment. So we think that it will be easier to keep them centrally in the big lab. And actually, we already have the prototype of this because our laboratory is now with very little blobs of neurons, our prototypes. This is available remotely for research. But in the future, we think we will build a bioserver, which will be huge biocomputer, which will be accessible remotely, the same way as today you can access cloud computing. So we will be able to provide this cheap computational power. That's the idea. So our goal is to make actually, hopefully, no difference for the end user. The only difference will be the price, that it will be much cheaper computing. That's what we hope for.
Yeah, because the power, I'm in data center, I build data centers. So you're kind of breaking into my ground here.
Yes.
That's interesting. So it's going to be like AWS, but in that machine are live brain neurons doing the task of AI that computers do now. Am I simplifying enough? That's what it looks like.
Yes, absolutely.
So what more could it do, or does it? Of course, we know it's cheaper. Does it do it faster? Does it give us more information? Is it quicker? What kind of disruption does it do besides electricity?
Well, actually, what we aim for today is saving in energy consumption, and we want to match the performance of silicon in some tasks. So we hope that the best use case will be generative AI, because this is where brain is excelling. And of course, brain is built from living neurons. So we could expect that maybe biocomputer will also be good at this. And neurons are not fast, actually, they are quite slow. But they're extremely efficient in solving complex tasks. So we see currently we focus on this energy saving, but who knows? Maybe we will also have some superior capabilities, but this is hard to predict today because it's still experimental phase.
Yeah, and so it sounds like Pfizer, a drug company that does massive calculations for their drugs. This would be perfect for them. They don't care speed; they care about the depth of the research, and that's what you guys are diving into. You know what AI could do in 5 minutes, you might do in 5 days, but it's much better information. Oh, okay, that's quite interesting. Which should be
much cheaper, especially much cheaper.
And cheaper, yeah. Of course, that's a big thing too. They'll save drug whoever's doing that. When it's just experimental, when do you foresee a live machine working?
We expect it will be working in 10 years. So that's our hope. It's quite a long timeline, of course, but we hope 10 years. Of course, it can change now. It's a little bit hard to predict because you know, with the development of generative AI, there is a lot of acceleration in research. We also applied LLMs in our research, so maybe it can speed up our project. However, on the other hand, maybe there will be some unexpected problems, challenges on the project. So with such a long term, it's always an estimation, but we estimate 10 years.
Yeah, no, it's like that. You want to do it right. So the big question that comes to my head here, Ewelina, is those people are scared of AI, about, you know, the movie Terminator, and now you're talking about something live. How serious, you know, what would you tell them? They're like, Ewelina, I'm scared.
Yes, of course. We hear that a lot. I personally believe that the biggest challenge with AI is not dependent on the substrate. So it doesn't matter if you run it on silicon, on a biocomputer, or maybe quantum computer. It really doesn't matter. I think the biggest challenge is alignment. So how to make sure that AI is always on our side, so it doesn't go against us. So that's one thing. And other thing is actually how it's not always intention of AI to go against us, but still we have to make sure how it will benefit us, because you can see that technology always have two sides, good and bad. And for example, you can see like with social media, there's a lot of advantage of the fact that we have social media, we have new business models, we have, inspiration, entertainment, but on the other hand, we have also addiction, maybe mental health issues. So one thing is AI going against us. Another thing is maybe AI tools being harmful, which doesn't mean always that AI is against us, but still they can be harmful if we maybe overuse it or get addicted or things like that. So I think these are the biggest questions with AI. And of course, another big question, which personally I'm not afraid of because I'm very optimistic for the future. But of course, many people are concerned how the job market will change. And yeah, I think it will have huge impact on our society. I personally believe that for sure there will be new jobs. Some jobs will be replaced by AI, but there will be new ones, which maybe we don't imagine yet. But still, this is also very stressful. And so I think these problems about AI is not depending on substrate. So personally, I don't see any specific problem which would be related to living neurons. But that's my personal view. Yes.
No, I agree with you. And I like what you said about what you're doing to what's happening now with AI. It's just a different AI. Because it's neurons doesn't mean it's going to take over the world, because it's brain that you're putting in there, which is because we call our, people call our time life coaches and coaching like, hey, your brain's a computer, treat it like such. And you're actually literally doing that. So AI, I agree with you with jobs. We had horse and bug and carry with horses. Well, now we have cars. Well, those people with horses lost their jobs, but they found something else different. I totally agree with you. It's just going to adjust, and people aren't good with change.
Yes.
Where do you see this taking off in the United States, internationally, in 10 years? Where do you think the start point?
Actually, this will depend a lot on the investors, because so far the project FinalSpark is self-funded. We are funded by the founders, Fred Jordan and Martin Kutter. These are two Swiss entrepreneurs. They have other venture, which is profitable, digital, so easier to make for them. And because of that, they can fund FinalSpark. But of course, we are also seeking external investment. We are currently raising 50 million Swiss francs to accelerate our research. And I think location of the future investor will determine also where this technology will go, in which direction. We would prefer that it will stay in the Western world, so Europe or US, but it all depends on the investment opportunities. So I think this always follows the money. So where there is investment, there will be development of these technologies.
Yeah, I agree with you, because technology always follows the money. It just happens everywhere. I'm in Silicon Valley, Northern California. Some of the products start here because where the money was. So they put their office here. Same thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Same exact thing. I love that. So Ewelina, you have an interesting background, scientist to entrepreneur, right? Is that what you've done? How did you do that? Because they're quite different industries.
Yes, but I think it's quite common. I know a lot of people who did it much more successfully than me. So I think when you do research, academic research, it kind of prepares you to work in the unknown territory, to explore the unknown. So I think there is a lot of similarities, and you need to experiment in entrepreneurship and also in the lab. So I personally see there is a lot of similarities. And also some challenges. How I did it exactly, I was always curious. I always wanted to be a scientist, but I also wanted always to leave academia because I was curious what is outside. And I was very compelled by people who, were able to be entrepreneurs. And when I was searching my way, I actually didn't know what to do after my PhD, but then I discovered the small world of startups. So that seems to be obvious for me today, but at the beginning it wasn't. I was not sure if I should go to big company or maybe small, and how to do this business stuff. So I knew I want to do this, but I didn't know what does it mean. Somehow through the networking, I was lucky because at the time of my transition from academia to industry, I was in London, which I think is perfect place, a big city with a lot of meetups, a lot of opportunities. So I could explore and talk to people, and also there are a lot of jobs in London. So this is how I end up in a small company, and this is how I learned also about artificial intelligence. And after that, I left actually my field of pure neuroscience, and I started to work on AI. And I started to work with startups. I also set up my own company in England. And I started to work also with FinalSpark as a consultant and strategic advisor. So this was little steps and a lot of exploration, networking. And I always look at other people, what they do, and whether I would like to have a life which they have. I always ask this question to myself. So I get a lot of inspiration through the networking also. Luckily, I had a chance to network before COVID. So because after, of course, there was much more difficult, I think a lot of things become more difficult. But before COVID, it was relatively easy. There were a lot of meetups, a lot of conferences, and a lot of occasion to ask people what they do and what is this about. So a lot
I'm glad
of
you
exploration.
mentioned.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm glad you mentioned COVID, because that's a perfect example of AI. When COVID came, how much has the world changed? Not just the United States, where you are, everywhere, and we're doing great. You know, of course, there's political stuff going on. I'm not going to go there, but we adapt. And that's one thing about humans. AI will adapt, and it's a perfect scenario.
Yes.
And I love you're curious, because entrepreneurs don't talk about that enough. You need to be curious. So thank you for mentioning that. I've got a lot of entrepreneurs that listen to this show and watch this show. What's a tip you'd give them when you make the transaction or transformation from scientist to entrepreneur?
I don't know if I can get tips, but give tips. But what I always follow is that if I'm not happy with the status quo, then I always try to change it until I'm satisfied. And I'm never satisfied if it's not perfect. So I think it's good to always try to improve things and never settle, because you can change things in your life in every aspect. And I think sometimes people settle because they think it's good. Oh, maybe I can suffer in silence, but it's not really good. You can always change. And I always did this. I could never rest if I knew that there is something to change. So I think it's a good thing. In my opinion, at least the results are good.
Ewelina, that's a brilliant tip. That is exactly, you got to keep going. You're going to have ups and downs. You got 10 years of a product that won't be out, but you're still working hard at it. For a lot of people, like, oh, I can't stay with the 10 years. Oh my God, that's too long. But sticking with it is huge.
Yes.
Medical healthcare is a mess here in the United States. I know it's better internationally. Do you think your product, FinalSpark, will help the healthcare industry, because it needs it?
Yes, absolutely. There are many ways. So actually, our laboratory today can be useful for medical purpose, because you can not only do experiment on biocomputers, but you can also test, for example, neurons for neurotoxicity. So our lab can be a platform for easy testing of drugs on neurons. So that's a short term. And long term, of course, artificial intelligence, I believe, will have a huge impact on accessibility of healthcare, because just simple automation, not even AI, but even automation, which we see today already, can save a lot of time of staff. And that means that more things can be done with the same resources. And that's, I think, very, very important. And in the long term, I really believe, in automation with AI and robotics, and with hospitals, which will be managed totally by robots, and everything will be done automatically. I think even when you interact with ChatGPT, you can see that it's actually very good for many medical questions. There are a lot of things which AI can do better than human. And we know it already since long. It's not only about LLMs, large language models, but also, for example, imaging industry. That's where my research comes from. So when we talk about analyzing medical images, artificial intelligence can do this much better and much cheaper than human being. So I believe in this direction. And I think also on the visual inspection, or, also, for example, drug interaction, there are a lot of questions in medicine which are very complex. And if you are a medical doctor or pharmacist, you can burn your head. It's really difficult. But actually, AI can do it effortlessly. Like, for example, drug interaction is combinatorics. So I think for AI, it's much more. This is example of task where AI can do much better than us, because we cannot handle too many combinations in our head. Even very smart people cannot do this. And for software, it's easy. So yes, I believe this will hopefully increase the accessibility, because it's expensive. I know in US it's particularly expensive, but even in Europe, it's not the cheapest. And we have a lot of inefficiencies. So hopefully things will get improved.
Well,
But
and I
it's
love
long
it.
term, of course. It's
Yeah,
long term,
and
especially with regulations, because I think
yeah,
here also regulations are actually required because it's a human life. So we need to be careful, but that's also will take time. So to make this transformation.
Ewelina, that's brilliant, because there's so much time. I've seen a medical book. There's no way. I don't know how people pass those tests. I'm not super smart, so that's probably part of the reason. But there's so much information in depth that people miss as doctors, because we are human. We only have so much.
Absolutely.
That AI solves that problem tremendously, which would solve quicker, because healthcare is all about speed.
Yes, absolutely.
You're diagnosed with something, they can find it in a day instead of 7 days. It's a game changer for people. So I love that. What's the next phase of FinalSpark? Where you are today?
We have very technical objectives. So our objective today is learning in vitro. And this is a huge challenge in neuroscience. Nobody knows, to our knowledge, nobody knows how to do this really. So basically our brain also consists of neurons, and we are learning every day through changing the connections between neurons. And this is what we would like to achieve also in vitro, in the dish. So we would like to be able to stimulate with electrical signals or chemical signals, because we can programmatically send electrical or chemical signals to the neurons in our lab. And we want to be able to do this in such a way so that we change connections between neurons, so that they will learn. That will be the learning process, the definition of learning in neurons. So that's our next milestone. It's very tricky. And the main actually difficulty here is because nobody knows how neurons encode information. So we don't really know what is the language of neurons, kind of. So we have to try with trial and error. We have to try different approaches on how to stimulate them, and also how to interpret the signal coming from neurons. So this is area of active research. So that's our closest goal. After, we want to work on advanced algorithm to match the performance of silicon. And the last objective is the scaling. So then we want to build huge bioserver, hopefully even 100 meters long structure of living neurons. And we want to use it as this huge biocomputer. Yes, that's the objective.
Great step. I love. So you're building a whole new language, because we don't know what neurons language are.
Yes.
So you're building
And
a
it's
new
always
language.
the problem. Yes, actually, also in quantum computing, you have similar problem that we have to people have to figure out a new way of programming, because what works for silicon is working for logic gates for silicon setup. But if we have totally new hardware, we have to figure out new ways how to program this. It's very, very challenging. Yes, because someone has to come up with different way of thinking, and this is the hardest part, because the easiest is to follow what previously was discovered.
Yeah. We're coming to the end here, but you wanted to mention your new platform. It's coming Thursday. Audience, this will be out after that, but talk about this. You called it a lab, I believe.
Yes, no, the lab is already for a long time, but we have symposium on the 26th of March of all the neuro platform user. But if someone missed the symposium, there is chance to join our Discord event, which will be in May. So I recommend joining our Discord. You can check it on our website, finalspark.com. You can find a reference to our Discord and join. And we make some live events there also. So it's possible to interact with us, ask questions in real time. And yes, FinalSpark Neuro Platform is a very special thing. is our lab is available remotely. So also, again, we come back to COVID. So during COVID, our researchers, they developed a possibility to access the lab remotely because they couldn't always go when they wanted. So they developed this system to do all the experiments remotely. And later we decided to use this opportunity to invite researchers from all over the world, from universities, to collaborate with us. And now we also have commercial clients who pay us to get access to the lab. So anyone can subscribe FinalSpark Neuro platform and can try to program living neurons. So we have a lot of clients from individuals, startups to big companies, and they are all interested in exploring cutting-edge technologies and understanding how the future will work.
So you've really launched. I mean, you're not fully launched with that live machine, but this company has launched, is making revenue from this thing.
Well, it's a small revenue at the moment.
Yeah.
However, yes, it's a substantial step forward, and we did not expect this. We didn't expect we will make money so quickly. So we are very excited. Of course, this is not the final goal, because this lab renting can be profitable, but will never be unicorn. But we believe that biocomputing will be unicorn, and we made some calculations based on how much costs to maintain laboratories with living neurons, and we have made some estimation how much biocomputer will cost, and we expect billions of profit actually once it works. It will be very, very powerful, because you will be able to save so much money with energy. And even if you lower the prices by 10 times compared to your competition, silicon competition, you still will be very competitive and very profitable.
Yeah, it's powerful. It's an exciting future for you. And is the website the best way for people to contact you and learn more about FinalSpark?
Yes.
Or do you want to give them any other way?
Yes, we get a lot of requests every day. We answer all of them. On our website, there are forums for investors, for researchers, for press, and anyone else who wants to contact us, they can also contact. What is new thing also, on our website, on the Neuro platform section, you can also find the possibility to request data sample from our lab. So we also get a lot of requests on this as we added this option. Yes, so there are many ways to contact us. I think website is the best.
Great. We'll put that in the show notes, people to access. And let's get to know Ewelina really quick. So I go to Cambridge in your favorite restaurant. Think of your favorite restaurant. I'm going to reserve a table. I want you to invite 3 people that have made a huge difference in your life. Mentors, people you've looked up to, whether dead or alive. They don't have to be alive. And 2, what's the food you're going to order for the table?
Oh my goodness. No, I think I would order Polish food. I know.
Good.
So every Polish person is excited about Polish food always. Oh my God, who I would invite? Maybe I would invite my PhD supervisor for sure. I haven't seen him for a long time, but he had a huge impact on my development. I'm very grateful for this because I learned a lot. I did my PhD in the Netherlands, in Groningen. I think it's perfect place for doing research. I highly recommend, because it's very open-minded culture, Dutch culture. So it's really fantastic. My God, who I would maybe also invite FinalSpark team, because they are amazing people. The founders and also our team, they are all great, and it's a pleasure to work with them. And they also, I think, had a positive impact on my development. And I would maybe also invite my first boss from my industry job, from imaging analysis company, and was a CEO. She also had a PhD well, she had PhD in mathematics, so that's different field than me, but she had great impact on my development, because she gave me amazing example of how to be entrepreneur after you did PhD, and how to make the best of it. I think she was really great in this, in enjoying life also, and showing how many crazy things you can do. When you leave academia, you set up your own company. How many possibilities you have. So yes, these people had a nice impact on me, and they gave me nice inspiration.
That's beautiful. What a table. And we bring multiple tables. If you got more than 3, we'll bring
I invited more than 3 people, sorry. But
you're more than welcome. It's your table, so you can do what you want. Well, Ewelina, thank you again. We'll be following FinalSpark. Again, if you want to follow FinalSpark, we'll have the
Thank you so
website on the page. You can access and connect with them. Put the contact page and find out more about it. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you know people in AI, what a great show to share with people. This is exciting because I know the brain has been talked about as a computer I'm 64, for 40 years. They're actually doing it. They're making a machine out of a brain. And I'm simplifying, it's much more than that, but it's very exciting. So let's impact people, share this podcast. So with that being said, me and Ewelina want to thank all of you for watching or listening to this podcast. And we'll see you all in the next episode of Doing Business with a Servant's Heart. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you so much.